Well, let's get more now from Tehran, and we can speak to our correspondent there, Reza Sayah. Reza, we just heard a clip of a strong warning from the US Secretary of State. Is that warning to Iran likely to be heeded, do you think?
Well, no reaction yet from Tehran to those warnings issued by Secretary Blinken. If and when there is a reaction, it is likely that Tehran is simply going to shrug it off and not overreact. Why is that? Well, Iran has heard many threats and warnings before from Washington. This is not the first time Iran has delivered its own threats and warnings to Washington. And two, if Iran, many observers say it is unlikely that Iran is going to get involved in a wider war in the region to get baited into taking on U.S. forces and Israeli forces and get involved in a costly war that it can't win. Now, if Israel, according to some observers, attacks Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, that could be a different story. But history has shown that Iran is wary of openly getting involved in presenting itself as the aggressor in the region. Case in point, over the past decade or so, it's widely believed that Israel has been responsible for assassinating a number of nuclear scientists on Iranian soil and targeting U.S. personnel and proxies during the Syrian war. Not once has Iran retaliated. Case in point number two, January 2020, you'll recall the U.S. drone strike ordered by then U.S. President Donald Trump took out General Qasem Soleimani, Iran's top military official. The only thing Iran did in retaliation was to launch a number of missiles targeting a U.S. base in neighboring Iraq. And before they did that, they warned that U.S. base to clear out all U.S. personnel. They didn't want anyone injured. So observers say that drives home the fact that Iran doesn't want to openly be the aggressor in the region and is wary of getting involved in a wider war targeting U.S. personnel and Israeli personnel.
Okay, so Reza, what kind of a role is Iran playing or is likely to play then in this conflict, do you think?
Well, when it comes to the conflict between Israel and Hamas, there's no question that Iran firmly supports Hamas and is firmly on the side of Hamas. But serious observers and analysts say there is a question about what kind of support Iran is providing Hamas and what the role is going to be moving forward. Iran and Hamas have had a very complicated relationship that included the cutting of ties during the Syrian war when Hamas decided to side with Qatar and in Turkey and side against the Islamic Republic in Syria's Bashar al-Assad. And remember, Iran doesn't share borders with Gaza, where Hamas is based. Gaza has been under a blockade since 2006. So many observers say, other than financial support, political support, moral support, it is unlikely that Iran has been able to provide significant logistical support, weapons, military hardware, and it's unlikely that they could do that in the coming days and weeks. Even so, expect the narrative from Tel Aviv and Washington to continue to be that Iran is playing a consequential role in this conflict, and expect Iran's response to be they're only providing financial support and moral support and political support, especially on the global stage.
Okay, Reza Sayah in Tehran, thank you very much indeed for bringing us the latest there.